Hi there, everyone. Uh, Today we are going to discuss a very important topic. We stand at the most extraordinary crossroad in the entire history of human learning. For thousands of years, education follow one single model: a teacher, a room, a group of students, and slow passing of knowledge from one generation to the next generation. It was beautiful, uh, it was powerful, but it was limited. Then came Anant Agarwal, the MIT professor, computer scientist, and founder of EDX, one of the world's largest online learning platform, stepped forward with a vision so bold, so clear, and so urgent that the entire world of education paused to listen. His message was not just about technology; it was about justice across assess human potential. It was about tearing down the invisible wall that had kept millions of brilliant minds from ever uh, getting the education they deserve. So, to understand Agriwal's revolution, we must first understand what he was fighting against. Traditional education, for all its greatness, carried deep and painful flaws. Like geography was destiny, where you were born determined what education you receive. A child in a remote village and a child in an entire city would have identically intelligence but completely different futures. The accident of birthplace should never determine the selling of humans being potential. Yet, uh, for century, it did. Cost was a gatekeeper. Higher education became increasingly expensive, a luxury wrapped in the language of opportunities. Students took mountains of debt just for the chance to learn. Many don't even get the chance. The price tag of knowledge has become more unacceptable. Pace was one size fit all. Pace. Every student in a traditional classroom moves at the same speed, the professor's speed, but humans' mind don't work with that way. Some get concepts in seconds, other need hours of repetition. The old system has no room for this beautiful diversity of learning, feedback, and slow growth. A student submit as an assignment, wait days for a grade, get the number, learn nothing deep from it. The feedback look in traditional education was broken, too slow, too generic, to disconnect from real learning. Agrawal saw all of this, and instead of simple criticizing it, he built the alternative. In 2012, Anant Agarwal launched EDX in partnership with MIT and Harvard, and the world of education was never the same again. Within first year, uh, 155,000 students from around the global enroll in a single MIT circuits course, not just 155 students, not 100, 1,550, 155,000. That single number told the whole world of what technology could do for education. Here, what Agriwara vision revealed: technology demolished distance with online education. A student in Karachi, Lagos, or Kakrota sits in the same virtual lecture hall as a student in Boston or London. The internet did not just connect devices; it connected destinies. Geographic is no longer a limitation. If a simple allocation, it's a simple allocation. actively learning or passive listening. Agarwal was a fierce advocate for active learning, the idea that students learn best not by passively watching a lecture, but by doing, solving, experimenting, and engaging. Technology made the possible at massive scale through interactive exercises, instant quizzes, and simulation and real-time problem solving. The pause button change everything. One of the most quality, powerful features of online education is uh, dis, uh, deceptively simple. The ability to pause, rewind, and replay. In a traditional classroom, if you miss a concept, it's gone. You can't do it again. Maybe some teachers or maybe some professor can remind it, but it's mostly if you miss the concept, it will not coming back again. Online, you can revisit at a 2 a.m., 5 time in a row until it truly clicks. That single feature has transformed how deeply students understand complex materials. Data-driven teaching, online platform generate and oceans of learning data, which concept confuse students most. At what point they disadvantage how many attempts it takes to master a skill. This data is not surveillance, it is the insight, and it allows educators to uh, redesign, refine, and perfect the learning experience in a way that uh, were never before possible. Peer learning at global scales. The discussion from on ODX revealed something remarkable. Students were teaching each other across time zones, across culture, across languages. A student in India helping a student in Brazil understanding a concept at midnight. This is not just education. This is humanity at its finest. Throughout his work, Anant Agarwal built his vision on five foundation, believe that continue to reshape education globally. Pillar one, assess in human rights. Education is not a privilege for the fortunate few. It is the foundation right of every human being on earth. Technology is the vehicle that can finally make the right real, not just on paper, but in practice in homes, in village, in refuge camps, in prison, everywhere. And pillar two, active learning is deep learning. Watching is not learning. Doing is learning. Technology must be used not to digitize old lecture, but to create entirely new experiences where students engage, uh, experiment, fail, adjust, and master. Pillar 3, mastery over speed. Students should move forward when they have truly mastered a concept, not simply because the calendar say it's time to move on. Self-paced learning respects the natural rhythm of every unique mind. Pillar 4, instant, meaningful feedbacks. Learning accelerates with feedbacks is immediately and specific. Technology enable a real-time responsive to student work, not a grade deal letters, but a clear signal right now. Here is where you are. Here is where you need to go. And pillar 5 was collaboration without borders. The most powerful learning communities are not limited by classroom walls. Technology build learning ecosystem where divides minded from every corner of the world sharps each other because diversity of thought produce depth of understanding. And What Anant Agarwal is not finished, not even closed. The future he envision is one where every uh, critical is skills based, not just piece of paper, but a verified proof of real demonstrated ability that employees and institution trust worldwide. Artificial intelligence, personalized every learning journey, adapting concept pace and style to each individual students in real time, making every learner feel like they have a personal Twitter. And every language is a doorway, not a barrier, with the translation, technology, and making world class content accessible in every mother tongue on earth. Education and employ are seamlessly connected so that learning lead and directory and efficiently to meaningful, dignified work and economic employment empowerment. Sorry. So my final reflection is that Anant Agrawal looked at a broken, unequal, and exclusive system of education, and instead of accepting it, he reimagined it entirely. He proved that technology, when placed in the server of human potential, it is not a cold machine. It is a warm hand extends to every person who ever sat outside the gates of opportunities and wonder if there was a place for them inside. There is, there always was. And thanks to the work visionary like Agrawal, that door is now widely open. The question is no longer who get to learn. The answer is everyone. The time is now classroom is the world. The mission of EDX is to increase access to high quality education for everyone everywhere. And I hope you guys like the session. And my name was Leadership Wala. See you next video if it's possible, if we stay alive. Allah Hafiz.